Hey everyone, welcome back to Hey Nice Beard. Today we are interviewing Sean Logie. He is with Murder City out of Detroit, Michigan, and he is one of the three red beards of the apocalypse. Here he is. Hey buddy.
Hey man, nice beard.
Hey, yeah, nice beard. How's it going?
Doing good? Oh, sweaty, but not as hot as it is in Mesa.
Oh yeah, it's brutal out here. It's not even fun.
We have a nice balmy front of 70, and that's still too hot for me.
I go outside and it's like I'm in physical pain.
I think I saw like 130 the other day out there.
Like I have a thermometer on my back patio, and it like every day it's hit like the 120 mark, and it's just like this is far as it'll go. So I know it goes further than that, and that's just in the shade.
Like we won't up here. We won't hit the 120 mark. We had a year where it went past the -40 mark though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was heating my house to 100 degrees hotter than it was outside.
Jeez. All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So yeah, I'm Sean. I'm part of the Murder City Facial Hair crew. I've been with them for about 6 years. I joined them about a year into when I started bearding. Before that, I was part of GAFBO, which was the Great American Fierce Beard Organization. I've seen Whisker Wars on the second season. John Buckler, it's his club. He's actually about half hour or so from me. He's still a good guy. Yeah, I've been doing this about 7 years. Nationals was my 100th competition attended. I think I'm at like 115 or so right now, but yeah, like when I'm not doing there, I'm an admin during my day job, just doing normal stuff with cars. And when I'm not doing bearding or that, I work with a charity called Gamers Outreach Foundation, which brings video games into hospitals for kids.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So you do all kinds of categories, like you'll do full beard natural, full beard styled mustache, freestyle.
Oh yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
Like if you had asked me like 3 years ago, it'd be full beard natural because I've only been freestyling for about the past 2 or 3 years. But since I've gotten into it, it's just been freestyle. Like at first, it was just a passing fancy where I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try it this time, and I was still using like beer cans for like holsters and like hoping that things would stick. And I was straightening my entire beard at that point, and like whereas like some of the styles that I do now pale and like are leaps and bounds better than like the first start. Like the LA competition when I did the figure eight, that was the first time I'd done a figure eight since my very first freestyle, where I was just testing it out, and loads of difference.
Have you thought about just doing the figure eight with all your beard hair?
You know, I honestly don't put that much thought into my styles, so I haven't really thought that far ahead. Like I just go with what I'm feeling that the day that it comes out.
That was
Like
actually my next question is what's your creative process for when you're doing your freestyle?
pretty much just wing it. Like what I usually do is like I separate out my beard into like a front half and a back half, and then from there I like separate that out into parts, and then just figure out what I'm feeling that day. If I want to like try something like a different loop or something. The only thing that I straighten anymore really is just my mustache, and that's just so I can get a little bit of length and a little bit of curl on it. But yeah, there was actually only one time that I practiced a beard, but then I didn't actually wind up doing it. And competition was it? I can't even remember the competition, but I was gonna do it for Holy Cities one, the past time they had it, and I was going to try to do a tribute to both Paul Roof and Chad Roberts at the same time. So what I wanted was in the back half of my beard to like do the signature Paul Roof style with that loop and the sway out like he did. And then in the front, because like Chad was one of the first bearding people that I saw, I was going to do a 6-pat beard So the way I was going to differentiate it was one of the cans was going to be full, and I'd open it up and crack it on the stage. But then I was like, maybe I should test this out and have a backup plan. So I go downstairs in the basement, just do a loop, style it with a can, wait a few seconds, let the can heat up to room temperature so it doesn't mess it up. Go to stick it in, breaks the entire loop, and I'm like, that's not doable.
Yeah, I've definitely found that out the hard way trying to do a freestyle with beer cans. Because I did 2 beer cans in one for a competition I was judging.
Nice.
And it was like I was showcasing the beers that they had at the event.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up, I was like, hey, do you guys have beer cans? And they're like, yeah, here's a couple full ones. And as soon as I felt like the weight of it when I was sitting there blow drying, I was like, nope, this isn't going to work.
I still don't know how that dude at Worlds held on to that dude with his beard.
Yeah.
Like you can hold like, what was it, 150, 180 pounds with your beard, and we can't get a can to hold.
So who are some of the most memorable people that you've met through the bearding community?
I'm trying to think just off the top of my head because like I've been pretty much just zigzagging the country for the past few years. Like I started off doing primarily East Coast, and then I started doing a lot of West Coast. I mean, if I can, like, for starters, John Buckler, he was the first guy who I looked up to for freestyling. Then pretty much just to summarize, I guess, a crew, it's pretty much the entire Whisker Wars crew. It's like Arnie's one of the sweetest guys out there. Brian's a great guy. I actually haven't met Alex LaRoche. I missed the competition that he judged over in Charleston. Trying to think. Never met Bert Kinney or Jack Passion, unfortunately. Like East Coast guys, I'm trying to think who's all on the East Coast. Jeez. Definitely Paul Roof. He doesn't get talked about that much, but John Rice from Florida. My first real big out-of-state competition was over in Holy City, and he won Best in Show. And his beard, if you remember, another one, Michael Woolen, who got first place full beard over 2 foot at Worlds back in 2017. This guy, similar length beard, also similar length dreads. Like he really stuck out to me. John Banks is a great guy who I always love. Justin Vorhauer, because he was one of the first people I met out in California the first time I went to Petaluma, which an addendum to that, Lando. My first interaction with Lando was him on a cooler backstage, and he just rolled the cooler out and rode it onto the stage for the competition. Then afterwards, we filled the back of his truck up with all of the empties at the after party. Also, Jamin O'Malley, up in Minnesota. Really great guy. They do a lot of work for the American Cancer Society out there. First met him at the Nashville Nationals back in 2016. Had no idea who he was at the time, and he played to my heartstrings, and he did a Jack Skellington beard where he had stuff like that stuff Jack Skellington in it, and the moon was his beard as well. Like, there's so many other people. Like, I'm just thinking of like just beards right now, but like if I get into memorable Whiskerinas, we'd honestly be here all night.
I mean, I said memorable people, so
memorable people. Amy Roberts, Raven. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up Jennifer and Anderson and everything she does.
Seriously, she takes care of the whole fun miss Christmas the gift exchange that we do.
Sarah Willis, who she's also from RVA. The Johnstons, both Aaron and Natalie, some great people there as well. Also, Mr. the Beardcaster, Scott Sikora.
All right, so
I guess Andrew Metzen too, but there's too many goatees in that list.
All right. So, what are some of the favorite styles you've done in freestyle?
Um, Probably one of the proudest ones that I have was in Portland last year when they had the 30-minute freestyle. It's something that I saw the Boulder Club do a couple of years back, and the idea always intrigued me. Just like, oh, you have a set time limit, do with it what you can. And so I'm going up against like Randy Forsman, John Banks, a lot of heavyweights up there, and somehow pulled it off. And at like a pre-party up in Portland, I was somehow able to beat John Banks, which that's the like one of the rare times I can say that.
Yeah, I've only beat him twice, so and like I've lost to him 9 times.
I'm gonna say kind of getting into his home turf, Sacramento last year, where it was him, me, and Greg Schoenwolf were the top 3 for the freestylers. And like I was worried as hell that day, and somehow pulled it off that way.
All right, so what's your favorite candy?
Ooh. Well, they've rebranded it recently. So it used to just be a Take 5, but now it's a Reese's Take 5.
The one with the pretzels and
you got your pretzel, you
caramel.
got your peanut butter, you got your caramel, you got I think there's nougat in there, and you got your chocolate. It's perfect.
That's a good one. How about your favorite drink?
I've been drinking a lot of Mountain Dew Zero lately. So it's basically it's like, you know how like Diet Dew doesn't taste as like the same as Dew?
Mm-hmm.
It's zero calorie Dew that actually tastes like Mountain Dew.
Oh, that's dangerous because I recently gave up on drinking soda. I've been drinking a lot of soda water.
Oh.
Just because it's got like 0 calories.
Understandable. Yeah, I've switched over to trying to do keto, and that's been a struggle in and of itself.
All right, so what's your biggest pet peeve?
I'm trying to like it's one of those things where I don't really think about it, but like just because I'm from Michigan, just people who insist that it's soda and not pop.
Like they'll get into like full-on arguments with you over it.
Oh yeah, like the big debates are for me are between pop and soda and does pineapple go on pizza, which it does. And if you don't like pineapple on pizza, you just have an uncultured palate. There's a reason I got
salty meats.
There's a reason I got a pineapple tattooed on me.
So, what's your favorite cartoon of all time?
So it's been a rotating top 3 between Adventure Time, regular show, and Steven Universe. But if I gotta pick
solid.
But if I gotta pick one, it's Steven Universe, and it's one of those shows that's gotten me through hard times. Even how old I am now, it taught me valuable life lessons, and it's getting to the point where like the next thing that I get is going to be a full sleeve of just Steven Universe stuff.
Yeah, Steven Universe is definitely a really good one. There's a couple points when like after the episode you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like they drop some bombs in that show.
And then like you have to go back and rewatch the entire series, because like there's stuff later on that plays into stuff earlier on in the series.
Mm-hmm. So
I was gonna say, to go back to Steven Universe very briefly, I occasionally do cosplay as well, and the one time I did a Steven Universe cosplay, I went as Greg Universe.
Oh, that's a good one. I think I saw a picture of that actually just recently.
Oh yeah, so for those who haven't seen Steven Universe, Greg is his dad, and he's balding and has a skullet. And so the only way I was able to get a skullet was I found a wig that was a comb over wig. We straightened that out and put hair extensions in it.
I would almost think like you could take your beard, tuck it back, and make it into a skullet as well.
I didn't think of it at the time. Oh.
Like one time I saw Nate Johnson, he was like brushing his teeth or something, and he took his chops and just threw them over his shoulders and brushed his teeth. And I'm just like,
I was going to say that seems exactly like a Nate thing.
Oh my God, it works.
Like when I'm just walking to my car, that happens like constantly.
That's why I have like one of the main reasons, like I keep all the flyaways away.
Oh yeah.
So
I need to set my braid game up.
So if you could have lunch with anybody in history, who would it be?
I don't know if he's still alive, but probably Doc Ellis.
Who's that?
So he was a baseball player in the 70s and 80s. I can't remember what baseball team he played with. I'm not a big baseball fan, but I respect the hell out of this guy. He thought he had a day off, so he dropped acid. And then they called him up and they're like, "We need you to pitch." And he's like, "Uh-oh." So he went to a baseball game as the pitcher, high off his ass on LSD, and he threw a no-hitter.
Damn.
And I just want to know what was going through his mind during that, and it just seems like such a crazy life experience.
Yeah, definitely. So what's something you wish you could be better at?
What is something I wish I could be better at? I mean, like the ego part of me just wants to be like nothing because I'm the shit. But no. I've competed in it before. I've done a Build-A-Beard before. It was horrific. It was also my first attempt, but I would love to like pick the brains of anybody who does a Build-A-Beard and just see what their process is, because it's a fun skill. And I tried it once, and I honestly can't hold a candle to anybody.
So are you more of a morning person or a night owl?
Kind of neither, really. I'm just perpetually tired all the time. Like I used to be able to stay up until like 3-4 in the morning and then just keep going. But then like now I just have to wake up at 6 and get ready for work. But like I have a problem with like energy drinks, and I just consume so much caffeine that if I don't consume caffeine, I feel like I'm dying. So like the amount of caffeine I consume, it's like staggering, and it just makes me feel normal, and then it just wears off towards the end of the day. So really, I guess a midday person, because that's when I get my second wind.
Okay, so I got some would you rather questions.
Okay, here we go.
Would you rather never be able to leave your own country or never be able to fly in an airplane?
Well, I mean, we're currently living through the never leave your own country. Honestly, probably the airplane. Just because, like, I feel like going across the ocean on a boat would be pretty cool. And I've never actually been on a cruise, so it'd be a whole new experience for me.
Okay. Would you rather never have a toilet clog on you again or never have the power go out again?
Toilet clog, definitely.
Would you rather earbuds and headphones never sit right on your ears or have all the music either slightly too quiet or slightly too loud?
Probably the earbuds and headphones one, because at work, I just listen to my stuff with one headphone off my ear just to like make sure I don't miss anything. So I'd be kind of used to that one at least.
All right. Would you rather be the best in the world at climbing trees or the best in the world at jumping rope?
Jumping rope, actually, because fourth grade, I used to go to a Catholic school, and we had a jump rope team that I tried out for, and I wasn't able to make it. And they went on and like did halftime shows for like different colleges around the area. And like at the time, I'm like, I really want to do that. And now I'm like, I kind of want to do that again.
All right. Would you rather never have to clean a bathroom again or never have to do the dishes again?
Bathroom. I like doing dishes. Dishes and laundry are my two favorite things to do.
I'm in the middle of doing laundry right now.
I right before we started this, I threw in a load.
All right. So would you rather only wear one color each day or have to wear 7 colors each day?
Now, is it one color for everything, or
Yeah, like black shoes, black coat, black hat, Cadillac.
That's like an attempt at a rant song, but almost got it. Honestly, because I like to be extra when possible, 7 colors.
All right. And last question for you.
Here we go.
Can you tell us a joke?
So, let's see. I'm trying to decide if I go dirty or clean.
I mean, I can't imagine too many kids watching this, so.
I mean, I'll tell a clean one, and then I'll tell kind of a controversial dirty one.
Okay.
So this is a joke that I learned from my. Who did I learn this from? It doesn't matter. It's not important. So there's this guy, and he decides, you know what, I'm gonna go have a good time. His friends are having a party, so he goes to a party. He's going around the party. It's like, oof, I really need to go to the bathroom. I just got to this party. So he's waiting in line, just waiting in line at the bathroom. Does his business, gets out of the line. He's like, ooh, now I'm a little bit hungry. So he goes, gets some food, waits in the food line, gets his food from the food line. And he's like, you know what, I want to go dancing. So he goes, starts dancing in a line, just a little bit of line dancing. And so that goes on. He's like, you know what, I should go get a drink. So he goes and he gets in the bar line, and the bar line is just taking too long. But then he looks over, and there's no punchline.
When you said line dancing, I knew something was coming like that.
So the dirty joke one. I mean, I have a couple of friend testers that I would say for in person, because I don't think they deserve to be played on air. But like the short one is, what did the priest say to the little boy?
I don't know what.
Nothing. He just fucked him.
Jesus. All right. Well, Shaw, do you guys have anything going on in the next few weeks?
I mean, I shouldn't have led with that to the plug segment. So we've been discussing as a club whether or not to have the Circus Whiskers this year. Right now it's still up in the air. I think we're going to be making an announcement here in the next few days, just because Michigan, our stay-at-home order got extended until September 4th, and it's honestly looking like it's going to go farther. So follow the Murder City Facial Hair Crew page for more details. There should be an announcement here in the next couple of weeks. Aside from that, there's not a whole lot going on club life-wise.
All right, well, I guess all that's left to say is Detroit.
Fuck you.
All right, dude. Well, thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Do I got time for a quick story?
Yeah.
It's about you.
Oh, boy.
So it's about the first time I met you.
I know this story.
So it was Worlds 2017, and it was the first day, and Patrick Fetty just won English Mustache, and we're heading back to the Super 8, and it's me, Patrick Fetty, Josh Grinthor-Druin, Gore, Felipe, and then the sixth guy who I don't know. Well, I'm told, oh, this guy's a chef. He's a cool guy. And so we all pile in. I get into the front seat, and there's three guys in the back. And then this dude just dives across. And I take a picture, and I post it on Facebook, wishing Patrick Fetty congratulations. Flash forward, and I'm with my ex, and she's talking about her friend Dylan. And I'm going through my Facebook. She goes, "That's my Dylan." I'm going to go, "This guy's Dylan?" And it was your picture in the back seat.
I remember just sitting there thinking the whole car ride back, I've got a world champion sitting in my lap right now.
No, you were on the world. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, Fetty was laying across, yeah. Man,
All
I
right,
just wanted to say that just because, like, I knew you before I knew you.
Yeah. Like, I met so many people, like, in a weekend like that, you meet so many people.
I remember...
met Jason Kiley before I even started doing freestyle.
Yeah.
Up there.
My fourth competition, I actually met Jason Kiley for the first time, and it was the only time I've ever seen him take less than a first place in freestyle because he got second. And I didn't know it was him at the time. And then I was going back through pictures like 2-3 years later. I'm like...
All right, well, it's time for me to go check on my laundry, so I'm sure it's about time for you as well.
Just about. I also haven't gotten to see this since you had the kid, but congrats on the baby.
Thank you very much. My old lady's in the other room right now going like, oh, did I boot him out? I pushed the button. But yeah, my old lady's in the other room right now feeding him, and she's going to start dinner, so I got to go take over that as well.
Fair. Send my love to Erica as well.
I will. You have a good one. You
too. Take it easy.
Later. So that was Sean Logie out of Murder City, Detroit. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.